I'm Catherine Anaya, and welcome to My Home Group TV. In this My 411 episode, I am talking with Bobby Lieb, who is one of the biggest and best realtors in Arizona. And we're talking about your top 3 tips for success in 2020. And you clearly have had success for many years, so you know what you're talking about. So let's start with your number 1 tip, which is be willing to do the work 24/7. Right. Amazing that some people don't think they have to put in the work, right?
Yeah, and I'm predominantly a listing agent. So when I was mentored by this one guy, that was what he specialized in. And when you're a listing agent, sellers don't want you to have a life, but you're making good money in doing that. But I find that you got to be available sometimes 24 hours a day. They'll call you at crazy times. I'm usually up even on vacations, but the rewards are you have a sign out on the street. To me, having listings, predominantly listing agents I am, the more signs you have, the more possibilities you have of doing business, but you always at their mercy. You need to answer your phone when they call you, but the rewards can be good. But yeah, and I watch a lot of people now, the people that just get in the business, they think it's a Monday through Friday business. And I'm going, I'm glad you do that because I'm going to kick your butt because I'm working 7 days. So I don't care how long you've been in the business. The agents that are the best agents in around work 7 days a week. You have to, or have somebody cover for you. But this is not a Monday through Friday job if you want to succeed at it.
You have to be available. Absolutely. Number 2, you really believe in advertising. And when you say advertising, you're talking about all forms, right?
I do. So first of all, I advertise at our local paper. I specialize in North Central. So I do 3 pages in there. I also write an article in there. And it's funny, the article sometimes has more follow from people than regular ads because you're talking about the neighborhood. It brings back, my dad moved to Phoenix in '64, so I remember my brother and I were little punks. We would come and visit him, so we knew a lot of the area. So when you start throwing different people's names in your article, and you know what happened in this restaurant 20 years ago, you'd be surprised. People go, hey, I read your article. I appreciate what you say in there. It brings back good memories. Let me hire you because you know the area. I also do a bus stop, which is kind of crazy. But people go, does a bus stop actually help? I don't know. I know people make fun of the bus stop sometimes, but when cars are parked, they're looking at your face whether they like it or not. So the other thing, I do postcards, but whatever form agents advertise, you got to be consistent. To me, when people say, well, I didn't have a good month, so I'm not going to advertise for 2 months. Again, somebody that advertised like me 12 months out of the year are gonna kick your butt. I mean, that's really you gotta budget money, and even in bad times, maybe up the advertising a little bit. But when you stop advertising, somebody that is consistent in their marketing is going to succeed more.
Well, it lends itself to credibility.
Absolutely.
I used to train for marathons in Central Phoenix, and I knew you way before you knew me because your name was everywhere.
I never did marathons though. I did the 10Ks. That's right.
Yeah. Well, you can't be in that area without knowing your name.
I appreciate that.
Number 3, know the area, specifically if you're holding open houses. And why is that?
Because people think I remember way back when people would say, okay, I've got, it's 10 to 12. I got nothing to do today, so I'm going to hold your house open. And I'm going, well, first of all, you don't know anything about my house, that being the listing agent, you don't know anything about the surrounding areas. And what I tell agents now, go on tours, first of all, so you can learn the inventory around. Because if you're going to do an open house, you need to know the comps for that house, what's active, what's sold in the area for 2 reasons. One, hopefully you're going to sell the house if it's your own listing or another realtor's. But also, you don't know if you're being set up by a potential buyer or seller. They go, they may come up to you and say, hey, Catherine, what's this house next door sold for? They already know. They want to see if you know. They also say, well, do you know anything about the house it just sold? I'll go, yeah, I went through it, 2 weeks ago. I know this room, that room. So the more information you know of the houses that you're holding open, the more you look like an expert, the more chances not only do you have of maybe selling the house you're holding open, but also maybe you pick up a seller or buyer likes your knowledge and say, this is the person I want to hire.
Right. So do your homework.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you have just heard from the best, Bobby Lieb, and you can reach Bobby at centralphx.com. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me here. Yeah, right here on My Home Group TV. And we'll see you next time for the next My 411.